Hello, welcome to Your Time to Shine with your hosts, Darlene and Julie.
Your Time to Shine is a radio show devised to help you explore your own divine gifts.
So, welcome to the show tonight. I hope everyone is doing well. We're going to start the show talking a little bit about energy, and then we'll take some callers after. So, tonight, Julie and I were going to talk about and share with you when we are being a certain energy and how that affects everybody that's around us. So it can help everybody be more aware of what they're doing out in the world and how we can actually change the energy of a room. So Julie, is there anything in particular that you've had an experience with being a certain energy?
Yeah, I just know that it's really interesting that sometimes I will go into a space and I can feel the energy of what's going on in that space, and it feels very heavy or sticky. And sometimes I can get caught up in that energy very easily. And if someone, is in a grumpy mood, sometimes I feel like I attract that energy and I start becoming that really, crabby person that I don't like to be.
Right. And so that is an example of how we can be aware of how we affect a room ourselves. So if we go into a room, and I hear a lot of people talk about this, how they can go into a space and right away feel something heavy and that they don't want to be in that space. So that's an awareness of, you can turn it around and acknowledge that, sometimes you can walk into a room or a space and then someone else can pick up on what it is you're feeling and emitting into the room. So what I always do is before, whether I'm going into a meeting or I have a client, I always give myself time to, ground and do a body scan and a body check. And okay, what mood am I in right now? And is it one that I would like other people to have a sense of? Am I being an energy that other people would like to be around? So a smile, that's not necessarily an energy, but again, yes, it is. So because when you're smiling, if you take a second, anytime, just smile. And it really, if it's a real genuine smile, like if behind the smile, you're thinking of something funny or something that you enjoy, like my dogs or something like that. Or a pretty painting, or going to the ocean. So before you go into a room or a space or work or a meeting, think about something that lights you up, something that would make you smile. So you go into a room, you go into a space with that smile, and people, without even realizing it, will sense, your uplifted energy. And it's often, in a good way, contagious.
It is.
I'll go into a store and I'll just walk around and smile at people. And, they give me this look like, hello. And it's usually a surprised smile, because how often do you go into a store, especially like, who likes grocery shopping? Some people do, but most people probably don't. So if you're smiling at them while you're pushing your cart, it's a surprised smile on their faces, but it's just an example of how we affect the rooms, the spaces that we're in. And if you're wanting to create a happier world, we'll often say, wish I lived in a happier place, a world with more joy. You can be the example of that. You can create that very easily in any space you go into. So, before going into a store, before heading into work or sitting down with your family, just you can start this by, again, thinking of something that lights you up and start a conversation or walking into a space with a smile. And you can see how much that, will affect a room and others in it.
Right. Absolutely. You can be the contagious one, right? You can light the room up and you can set the tone of the space or the meeting or whatever it is by the way you walk in. People can read body language. People can read energy, even though they don't really realize they're reading energies at all. They'll say, there's something about you today, right? So they're reading your energy, and they're telling you are expressing something to them at that point.
That's right. So yeah, think about how you'd like to create a space energetically, and really be the invitation for how simple it is to, that quote, be the change you want to see in the world. So you can be an invitation as to how easily that can be accomplished.
Right. Because if you go into a room or you go into a meeting and you're feeling kind of grumpy, or you're having a bad day, whatever that is, people can sense that. And they can, get different emotions based on that feeling and what you're going through and what you're emitting. So, like Darlene says, go in with a smile, go in with that uplifted energy, and be the change, be that energy.
Now, do you have, I know you're good at this, at like clearing your energy, because that's always a good place to start. Because what if we don't feel like smiling? There's just some days or some moments where no matter what I do, I can't, conjure up that smile. So is there something like a quick, if someone has time before going into a space, before going into a meeting or heading into work, is there an example of a quick clearing that you can share that somebody can do?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You can imagine, close your eyes and imagine yourself under a beautiful silvery bright light coming from the heavens, raining down upon you, and watch it and imagine it, just coming all over you and going in and out of every cell of your body. And just, imagine that just for a couple of seconds. It doesn't take very long, but it's just enough when you get that clear, pure, it could be white or silver, whatever it is that comes to your mind. Like a shower, like you just stepped into a shower, and having it rain down on you is enough to clear your energy fields. Another thing you can do is just take a couple really deep breaths and hold it and then let it go and blow it out really fast, and do that 3 times. And even that is enough to kind of clear yourself and clear your energy.
Right. So, are you ready to take some callers?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, let's see. Our producer, Dave, has given us Alexandria from Tennessee. You are on the air with Darlene and Julie.
Hi.
Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great.
Oh, good. How is it that Julie and I can support you this evening?
Well, this is my first time calling. And so I'm kind of new to everything, but I'm just doing a new venture right now. My new venture is really just going back to school right now. And seems kind of easy. I mean, it's not that hard, but I just have a small, I guess you could say, obstacle to get over right now. And to anyone else, it would seem small. To me, it's a kind of small thing, but it's just like this small thing is just really, really, really taking a toll on me right now, as far as, getting into school, finishing my schoolwork. And I just want to always say, it's like, is everything going to smooth stuff out?
So what exactly is your question that we could try and answer for you?
I just want to know, will everything smooth itself up for me to be able to finish school this semester?
I have to tell you that I'm seeing like someone playing tennis, right? So they have the racket in one hand and they got the ball in the other, and they're getting ready to serve and hitting the ball. It's almost kind of like you're taking your chances. You're just throwing all your balls in the air and seeing where they're going. Where they're going to land. It doesn't feel like that there's been a lot of thought process behind this. What this venture that you're doing. Have you put a lot of thought into what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. 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 So they're telling me it's time. They're using tennis as a method of saying it's time to serve it up. It's time to get ready.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification there. So it's time to get ready, and it's time to take care of all this and put it into get the ball rolling, essentially.
All right.
So I guess to answer your question, I think the time is right to do this and to venture forward.
Okay, it's great to hear.
And then also be a little more clear with what it is that you'd like to achieve with the schoolwork.
Uh-huh.
So to piggyback what Julie was saying about tennis and serve it up. So often tennis balls will have the name of the company that makes them on the ball. Think about the tennis ball and putting certain words on it, what it is that you'd like to receive from your education and what it is you'd like to contribute from your education, like goals, what it is that you'd like to do once you have your education. So the universe will have a little more information about, okay, are there any other courses that would be helpful? And they're saying something also about an internship or a mentor that can help and support you. I don't know if that's just getting extra help from a teacher, but just expanding what it is you're doing with your schoolwork and asking if there is a way to enhance what it is you're doing, like with a mentor or an internship. So you dive deeper into the education. So you'll have more experience once you graduate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it just feels pretty exciting, whatever it is you're working on. It feels like a field you'll have a lot of choices in. And And even
That's
if you
great.
can
I'm
choose
excited.
and even if you'll be able to even choose specific niches within the field so that you can concentrate and even have more of a focus. So right now it feels like you're in, you're learning the basics and the foundation, and you'll be able to focus more and more clearly as you gain more experience. You'll be able to choose what pieces within that field light you up. And then when we create a career or a job or a business, it's based on those very particular aspects of what we like most in the field. So it's easier to find clients or a job because you'll be more specific about what you're looking for. Very fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I hope you enjoy the rest of your education.
I will. I promise I will. I'm so excited for the future, and I'm just ready to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, serve it up.
Exactly. Serve it up.
Awesome. Terrific. Well, it was good talking to you, Alexandria.
Oh my, same to you.
Good luck with everything.
Okay, thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
So we have another caller. You ready, Julie?
Yeah.
So Shauna from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Shauna, you're on.
Thank you very much.
Yay, we love Canada. How are you tonight?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. How is it that we can support you?
Well, I was actually just wanted to get any insight or advice. My birthday's in 7 days, and it's been a very interesting year. It's been a lot of been feeling a lot of the intense energies, and I just kind of became aware last year, and so I'm learning so much. It's so rapid. It's very fast. I just looking for some advice, more career-wise, and what the next year might have in store for me.
You are starting to open up spiritually and very, very quickly at a very rapid pace. And so all of the stuff that's been going on energetically since the beginning of the year, you have been extremely affected by. Are you having trouble staying grounded?
I know that's something that I have to, I have been told so many times to do. My mission, I guess, is to stay grounded while I reach for the stars.
Right.
So I try to ground myself. I don't think, I guess I'm not doing it enough. But the mystical side of things always pulls me more. And my curiosity piques any fears I could ever have. So it is, I do have to try to remain grounded. I don't always know that I'm not, though, right? So it's about being aware and conscious to do it.
Well, this is where Julie and I can give different areas of, our points of view. So what I do is what you do. I expand out because we are infinite beings. But I do it, I keep my feet on the ground, and I close my eyes and I expand out like beyond the planet. And this is where we are aware of absolutely everything.
Yes.
And at the same time, I make sure that I'm also in communion with earth and my body. So it's not the same thing as grounding. So, and the mystical that you're aware of and your curiosity brings you to is that infinite space and infinite energy that we all truly be. And it's a newer thought process than that older staying grounded and being in body. So you can do it by expanding out and keeping your feet on the ground at the same time.
So when you ask me
Julie,
if I'm grounding, if I'm having a hard time staying grounded, what is it you're seeing that makes you think that I'm not grounded? Like, am I just kind of like all over the place, or am I? Because I've been told before as well that I astral project, but usually at nighttime I'm gone because I don't ever remember my dreams either.
Yeah, Julie, go ahead.
So I'm just curious if that's part of it, if that could be part of it, or if it's just I'm kind of just like la la everywhere.
Well, yeah, I'm getting a vision of you literally levitating off the ground. I mean, like, it's like you're air, right?
Yeah, actually, I just had a really weird experience similar to that yesterday, and I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do what Darlene says. I do when I ground. It's more of a thought process and being one with the earth, right? And so I do that. Like like my feet can feel the earth and the energy. And then once I feel that, then I do what Darlene has said, and I expand out and become that infinite being, so that I can be more aware and have those conversations, with spirits and divine ones and loved ones.
I think with me, I have all these different opportunities of gifts or powers, I guess you could say, but I don't know, I know them to, I think through curiosity. I've played with a few different things, but not really knowing, what's what, what's here to stay, what's not, what's passing by, what is I think,
Shauna, I hate to interrupt you. We are running out of time, and this is like Julie and I, this is our favorite topic. So if you can go find us on our Facebook page, Your Time to Shine, we can continue this conversation for you, because between the both of us, we've experienced everything you're going through, and we could definitely support you and answer some more questions. So if you go to our Facebook page, Your Time to Shine, and like it, we will continue this with you, because I promise we can give you some really helpful tools.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Okay. So we'll see you over there.
Wonderful.
Excellent. And you have a great night, and I hope to continue the conversation with you over there.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shauna.
So thank you for tuning in to Your Time to Shine with Darlene and Julie. And we hope to see you next week, where we will have more interesting tools and topics for intuitive development. And you can also visit us at yourintuitivementors.com, where we have more information, and we both offer readings and awesome stuff over there. So Your Time to Shine Facebook page and yourintuitivementors.com is our webpage. Julie, it was great to see you.
It was great to see you too. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you next week.